We continue to follow developing news out of Hidalgo County, where a jury has come back with a verdict in the John Fight murder trial. CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada joins us now with reaction from the courtroom. Priscilla. Breaking news, you're looking live at a victory party for Doug Jones, who just pulled a huge upset victory over Republican Roy Moore in the Alabama Senate election, special election there. He's giving a live speech right now. Let's listen in for a few seconds. Back here at home, the results are in for two runoff elections in Donna. Just over 2,100 people cast their ballot in the mayoral race. This time around, Rick Morales garnered 54% of the votes, while Simon Salceda received 46% of the votes. For council member place 3, Arturo Castillo has been elected for this position with 53% of the votes. Guadalupe Lupita Bueno received 47% of the votes.
My co-anchor Nicole Hickl has been following this story since it first broke around 10:30 last night. Border Patrol just wrapped up a press conference this afternoon. And Nicole, how did this traffic stop turn into a smuggling investigation?
Well, Chris, this just shows it's another case of human smuggling in the Rio Grande Valley. We're learning a lot more about this case last night. That was in Willacy County, northbound Highway 77, right outside Raymondville. We learned that this started as a suspicious activity call to the Texas Highway Patrol. Troopers then followed that tractor trailer. They pulled the driver over and conducted a traffic stop. They asked the driver for consent to look into the back of that trailer, and that's when they made the discovery. 86 undocumented immigrants, some from Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras. Their ages ranging from the youngest 3, the oldest 57 years old. 4 unaccompanied children were also part of that group. 2 of those immigrants had to be taken to the hospital to be treated for dehydration. Now, this is an ongoing issue that Border Patrol is fighting just within the last 7 months, from October to May of this year. In Laredo and the Rio Grande Valley alone, there have been approximately 100 tractor trailers discovered with immigrants inside. A total altogether 1,400 undocumented immigrants. BP Sector Chief for the RGV, Manuel Padilla, put it into perspective how this only adds to the violence across the border.
We begin with breaking news tonight, where we've confirmed that there are multiple FBI agents at the Hidalgo County Courthouse right now. Details as to why are not being released at this time. Hidalgo County Sheriff Eddie Guerra did send out a tweet just hours ago to the media saying, quote, "I can confirm that the FBI is conducting a law enforcement activity at the Hidalgo County Courthouse 93rd District Court." We will continue monitoring this breaking situation as it develops. Meanwhile, we are following another breaking situation at a home in Edinburgh, where we've received reports of large police activity there. That's where we find CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada, who's live at the scene right now with the latest on this developing situation. Priscilla. This was a scene this morning in Hawaii. Lava spewing from fissures, and you could hear the roaring sound too. Take a listen. Officials say a small eruption at the Kilauea volcano summit produced an ash plume that reached about 7,000 feet. Here's a live look at the scene of yesterday's tragedy as investigators continue to comb through the scene tonight, searching for any more clues as to what led to that shooting. When the gunshots have died down and the suspects in custody, the question often returns to what needs to change. CBS 4's national correspondent Christine Frizzell is in Washington with a closer look at this part of the story.
They said there was a hole and someone went out.
I thought I was cataloging the last moments of my existence. It felt like it was free falling.
There needs to be proper inspection mechanisms in place to check for this before there's a catastrophic event.
Southwest Flight 1380 was headed from New York to Dallas when an engine on the plane exploded. One woman is now dead after being nearly sucked out of the plane. Adam King spoke with the San Antonio woman who was on that flight, in a story you'll see only on 4. A live look at the White House tonight, where just hours ago, President Trump announced that the U.S. is taking military action against Syria. Tonight's action by the president comes in response to a suspected chemical weapons attack by the Syrian government on civilians. CBS's Moa Lengi is at the White House with the latest.
It's going to continue to be a wonderful parade with almost no end in sight.
Almost no end in sight. There's 117 floats here tonight, and we're only halfway through this, so you still have time to make it out here. We've watched, Brian, over the last hour how this stadium has really packed. The city was anticipating at least 250,000 people here tonight, so this is a large event. People traveling from all over the valley to catch the largest illuminated parade here in South Texas.
Hello, everyone. We're back out here outside our studio for our CBS 4 Cares Harvey Relief Drive. Jim, we launched this on Tuesday. We started at 9 a.m. and we're still going. We're going all week, 9 a.m. to 6:30. And I just want to show everyone like how much more we've accumulated. Actually, this is the first time I've taken a look today, and I'm just in awe. It's amazing that the community has come together to help us with this drive. You know, we partnered up with the American Red Cross to take donations, bottled water, diapers. I'm glad you brought up teacher pay, because one of the entities that benefits from these property tax is school districts. So how would your proposal affect school districts here in the state?
Well, listen, population growth of new students.
Is your new proposal a result of outcry from local governments about state interfering in how the local governments run? Really puts the Valley and McAllen on the map. Another person from the Valley making it in LA. You made it. 22 years. You made it. You made it in LA. And one of our directors had pop up one of the first questions that we got. I think you'll really enjoy this one. It's from Jennifer Garcia. First off, congratulations on your success. You've just given some great tips, great advice. Is there any last piece of advice that you'd like to give to those who are watching, especially those who are on the computer right now at work and doing that 9-to-5 job, and they're like, I really see myself in LA and being an actor?
First of all, thank you for watching.
A nationwide manhunt comes to an end after wanted fugitive 56-year-old Lois Reese was arrested by South Padre Island police and U.S. Marshals here at Sea Ranch Restaurant and Bar shortly after 8 Thursday night. Reese had been on the run since late March. She's accused of fatally shooting her husband in their Minnesota home, then killing a woman in Florida and assuming that woman's identity and stealing her vehicle. A couple weeks later, her time on the run would end here in Texas when customers recognized her.
Authorities in the area received a tipster call from a witness that indicated that they believed that there was a lady that fit the description of the wanted subject, Lois. Officers arrived to the location on the island, and then they were able to confirm that it was the true identity of the fugitive.
Chief Smith says Reese was not armed when she was arrested. Officers were also able to locate the 2005 Acura she was last seen driving. Right now, Reese remains in custody in the South Padre Island Police Department. It's unclear where she will go from here, but Chief Smith says he is working with authorities in Minnesota and Florida. Reporting on South Padre Island, I'm Nicole Hickl. What is the real-life consequence when a school fails a child? Tonight, we're getting a glimpse 50 years later. Investigative reporter Chris Papps from our sister station in Baltimore has been investigating that area's public school systems. The initiative is called Project Baltimore. It's part of our parent company, Sinclair Broadcast Group's commitment to improving our local communities through improved schools. And what he's finding is not unique to Maryland. Since August, Chris has been reporting on parents and teachers who are angry. They say students are being passed through their city schools without learning the material. The man you're about to meet says it happened to him 50 years ago and it ruined his life. A new report shows that when the border fence was first built, the federal government cut corners and abused its power to seize property along the U.S.-Mexico border. CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada joins us live at the border in Hidalgo. And Priscilla, what did this article find? Tonight, 3 teens are facing charges after police say they brought guns to La Villa High School, forcing the school on lockdown. Police were called out to the campus this afternoon after a security guard saw a post on social media referencing guns on campus. Officers then recovered 3 handguns inside a backpack. The teens are charged with a 3rd-degree felony of terroristic threat for bringing a gun to school. Each were given a $10,000 bond. It's been a little over a month since the former administrator of Comfort House Hospice Center, Monica Patterson, was found guilty in the death of 96-year-old Martin Nail. Now her attorneys are asking for a new trial. The defense says several testimonies and evidence should be reconsidered because they don't sufficiently prove Patterson guilty of murder and theft charges. Welcome back. We want to wish a very big happy birthday to Alex Del Barrio.
Oh, wow, look at this.
21 again,
Thank you,
right?
21 for like the time. Yeah. Oh, this is great. Thanks, guys. I got a little balloon.
And a square balloon. I don't know how do you make a square balloon?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Those balloon manufacturers, they're getting fancy.
Yeah,
They really are.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
you got some like great stuff in here.
Yeah.
Including some snack packs.
Well, of course, because we want a snack before the 10. So
Now I've got
you gotta share.
now I've got some snacks for Fortnite tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for you, so to share with us.
Oh,
though.
oh, right.
I thought that was the plan.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that.
We need Fortnite to sponsor you as many times as you drop their name.